It's likely something you've heard a million times, but 2025 looks like it will be a huge year for crypto. Not only did the pro-crypto manager take office, but institutions are also starting to really warm up. Now they are going to test some very important use cases, and I think this is something that everyone should pay attention to, including people who own XRP. Lock in your XRP now while it's still cheap, because the XRP system is becoming a standard chain. We know that Ripple is looking at DeFi projects on the XRP platform that are run by institutions. The XRP ledger acceptance from the institutional side of things has set the stage for everything else. Yes, it's clear that shopping is still there, but I always keep my eye on the institutional side, which is the much bigger story. That being said, welcome to the channel. Hi everyone, my name is Nick. If this video is your first time on the channel, I hope you decide to join by the end. Let's jump right in. Okay, let's talk about this. Since this dates back to October, we have pilots planned for 2025 that will show how Swift's network can help financial companies send and receive crypto. This is really cool. As we all know, Swift has been fully on board with tokenization. It's known that Swift has been working with the DTCC on tokenization as well. This is the same DTCC that Congress saw in the summer. Also talking about how tokenization will change the way our whole banking system works. Okay, the stage is being set if we really think about what's going on here. The stage is being set for crypto to be added to and eventually become part of the world's standard money system. And I don't think people understand how important that remark is. Just think about how crazy that is. Crypto is becoming a part of the world's financial system. It's taking place, but rules are also the beginning of it all. It all starts with organizations as well. We have from Smoke Dog over here. Yes, institutions are saying that by the end of 2025, all of the world's major banks will have passed crypto laws. This includes the US. That's why 2025 will be a huge year for crypto. For the first time, global regulations are clear. We think that by the end of 2025, all of the world's major financial cities will have written and passed at least one law that supports innovation, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies. The United States has been the laggard. Our guess is that this will be fixed by the end of 2025. And yes, but this pro-crypto admin is also taking care of the SEC restart. I think the US will eventually agree with everything that is said about crypto regulation. I also think that crypto will become very popular in the US. Besides this, though, we also go over here. Remember this from June. Here's something you have to see. David Schwartz talks about the idea behind Ripple in it and how XRP can be used. Right here is where the center is, right? Financial institutions will be added to Ripple payments, a payment method that can settle transactions with XRP. By building a strong system with on-ramps, off-ramps, and enough liquidity, these institutions will be able to use XRP to settle their payments without any problems. The value of this will go through the trillions because Ripple wants dozens of banks to join the XRP system. Once banks start using a payment system that can settle with XRP, there will be no problem for them to use XRP to settle their transactions as long as the infrastructure is up and running and there is enough cash on. And that's Ripple in it. You can think of Ripple as having two parts: RippleNet, which is like corporate software for making payments to businesses, and Ripplex, which is the XRP ledger and all the DeFi stuff. This comes from the Ripple CTO, right? It's like he's telling you exactly what's going on. The plan is set, how all of this is going to come together. It's a mix of stablecoin and tokenization. There are academic DeFi projects going on. All of this is connected to one piece of the puzzle. The Ripple plan for XRP is shown here. The United States makes it hard for us to use XRP for payment right now, and this is where all the questions come from, right? For example, why isn't XRP being used a lot right now? We first just wanted to get as many people as possible and see how they were using the network. We also wanted to see where the best places were to settle transactions using XRP and other digital assets. After that, we only cared about users who would use XRP for settlement for a long time. That was back then, and now it's kind of somewhere in between. Look at this. To save time, we first just wanted to get as many people as possible. We also wanted to see how they were using the network and where the best places were to settle with XRP and other digital assets. After that, we only cared about users who would use XRP for settlement for a long time. That was back then, and now it's kind of somewhere in between. There are legal problems that make it hard for us to use XRP for payment in the US right now. For a while, we've grown a lot in the Middle East, Asia, South America, and Europe. This is the exact reason why 90% of Ripple's users are not in the US. The case from the SEC did stop a lot of growth. There isn't enough legal clarity around crypto assets, though, for these big institutions to use the technology in the way that we've been really getting ready for. That's why I really pay attention to law. The timetable is the most important thing to me, right? How do we get a lot of people to use and accept the technology? Okay, let's start with the rules, shall we? It's all of these cars, we'll use them as a guide, right? All of these places are like cars. Their car is stopped at the red light while they wait for the light to turn green. And this is where we start to think of rules as the switch that turns the light green. All the organizations are going to come in as soon as that happens. You will see some of them stop at certain places, yes, because the world will have more than one chain. But I do think that a lot of them will flood into and out of the XRP system through Ripple. Rules are the only thing we're waiting for right now. And this is from SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce. In it, she says that the thing that will make her happiest in 2025 is when no one talks about the SEC at crypto conferences. I want people to spend their time talking about technology and what it can do. And if there is a reset at the SEC and this pro-crypto manager takes the pro-crypto approach seriously, then I think things will change completely and everyone will be talking about technology. They are also going to talk about the possibilities. And organizations will also pay a lot of attention to that. What would make Hester Peirce the happiest in 2025? They threw a lot at you, like restaking or in-kind redemptions and other things like that. What is it? I mean, I'd be happy if by the end of 2025, when we went to crypto conferences, the first thing people talked about wasn't SEC rules. People should know what the rules are and follow them, but I want them to spend their time talking about the technology and what it can do. I'd be very happy with that. On top of that, right? When we think about institutions, our minds go to the time when they start talking positively about technology. Once they start to accept crypto in a good way and finally start to use it, that's when we start to see the whole cycle change from speculation and hype to use. We still have some time, though, until this place is fully controlled. What I find interesting, though, are the words from Ripple, like when workers talk about this space. It's not like the store is just telling you, hey, yeah, these things are going to happen. These are real people who work at Ripple. The managing director of Ripple is calling, and her name is Casey Craddock. She is in the UK and Europe. She was pretty much the focus of a story about her predictions for 2025. And financial companies that are still waiting will see that internal pilots aren't enough to make real progress. And that kind of brings up. In this case, Swift was talking about pilots planned for 2025. They're not enough. Yes, they're not enough. Tokenization solutions need to be scaled up with the help of experts and industry partners because legacy banking systems are complicated. Banks will want to work together with others to speed up the adoption of blockchain technology and get help with security and compliance issues. Keep your digital assets safe will go from being a nice-to-have to a must-have, making you more competitive. Blockchain-native solutions like trade and tokenized asset management will be able to get better with the help of custody services. Finally, institutions that put money into custody early on and work together well will gain market share and build trust in the field as it changes. On top of that, she did post this as well, right? This is what she said would happen, right? That's the real source. Large banks, on the other hand, are planning to offer even more crypto in 2025. It will grow even more from now on if we think about institutional acceptance. And I think that's even very clear from what Coinbase says, right? This is the view of the crypto market for 2025 from December 18th of this year. As you can see, there's a lot to really look over here. I could scroll through this for a while. The split is the main thing we're looking at here, though. They give us an outline, which we have ready for 2025. The cryptocurrency market is about to grow in a way that will change everything. The asset class is continuing to mature, with more institutions adopting it and more use cases opening up in different industries. In the past year, spot ETFs were allowed in the US, a lot more financial products became tokenized, and stablecoins grew a lot and became more integrated into the global payment system.